Well, good evening, Truck and Tractor Pool fans. Gosh, I feel weird. I was expecting to hear myself through the headphones, but it's, yeah, it's just one of them days. But how's Kendra tonight?
Kendra is doing okay.
Okay, I think a lot of
But
people are just okay right now. But
yep.
phone's going crazy back here. Man, this could be tough. uh, East Coast pulling, NTPA, PPL, the whole world of pulling lost a fantastic man today. A true veteran of the sport. I've been watching him since the 90s. True groundbreaker, really raised the bar in the super pro stock class here in the East. Uh, Actually won a national championship as well. But we, oops, I don't even have that part right. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place here. But we lost a great man today. Pulling lost a great man. We lost a great puller. And most importantly, we lost a very near, close, dear friend, Robert Martin. He's been battling cancer for a little while, and
A little bit more than a year now, I think.
yeah, but we've missed him, and I know there's been a ton of people asking, "Where's Robert? Where's Robert? Where's Robert?" But we respect the family's wishes and just kept it to ourselves. Patty will probably skin me for this, but I talked to Brandy, and she said, "Go with what was in your heart," and this is the only thing I know to do for Robert. Robert was very close, very good friend. Always enjoyed conversations with him and the whole family. And it's the least I can do for somebody who is somebody to look up to as a puller, as a human being, and just as a damn good friend. A very good friend for many, many years. So, Robert, you'll be missed, buddy. We're going to miss you. And I know the world of pulling is going to miss you. And our prayers, our thoughts, and everything that we can give to Josh, Brandy, Robert, or Bobby, Patty. We're here for you. If you need anything, please let us know. So that's all we can tell you now. But we, just keep the Martin family in your thoughts and prayers. And let's get on with the show, Kendra.
So you said it all right there. So
Sorry.
hey, like you said, he's been around forever. He fought
Yeah.
for lack of better terms, he fought a hell of a fight. So
Definitely a fighter, fierce competitor, and when it's all said and done, your friend.
Yep.
In the pits afterwards at a cookout, wherever.
Had all the stories in the world. I rode with him, just me and him, to Center Hall, I think, one year. We went up for is it Brawl in the Hall or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
And he's told stories from back in the 70s and 80s all the way up to now. And it was awesome. He was a great man.
And,
Josh and Randy and
yeah. And we'll ask people, everybody's going to want to bombard them with condolences and prayers. That's fantastic. Please just I would say just stay off of social media right now. You know what's going on. I know everybody wants to give you condolences. We appreciate that. Give it some time, please. It's very hard on the family. Trust me. I've talked to them, and they just need some private peace time, and they got a lot to do. So we appreciate it if you all would just
say cancer sucks. It doesn't just affect the patient; it affects the family. And
I talked to Adam Drought a little while ago to make sure he understood what was going on, and because he's fighting the same thing at a much earlier stage. So I think my camera's picking me up again. But anyway, no, it went away. Good. It hit him kind of hard, but what Adam told me was that gives me another reason to fight harder. And he said, we got to get the awareness out of this. He said, it's a simple blood test to find out if you have it or not. If you got body pains, it's a reason, you know.
Yep.
And that could be one of them. And just go get a blood test. But anyway, we'll have Adam back on. He actually starts his transfusion tomorrow. So please, everybody, put your prayers together, and let's help Adam get through this and beat this thing. Let's do it for Robert Martin as well. Let's make it a better world. So, anyway, go ahead. What you got for us, Kendra?
What I have ended up in Canfield, Ohio last weekend. Had never gone to the Canfield Fair and was pleasantly surprised at the entire experience. Anybody who has ever gone as a fan or spectator, holy cow, that place is huge. Anybody that has ever gone as a puller, wow. Very well ran event. We had a lot of fun. Anytime you get to watch the Unlimited Superstock class is a good night. Amazing turnout of competitors. Really good time. So we will start with interstate results, though, because, you know, they always have my heart. And if not, I'll get called a traitor for real. So let me get over here. So we did have 5 classes there. 5 classes there at Boonesboro. From everything that I have heard, it was an awesome event. Really no big kinks. Oh my goodness, I'm the full screen. No big kinks. Need a minute. No big kinks in the show. From what I was told, the show ended in good time. So we will go over the results for the Mod Turbo class and the Light Limiteds. I do not, unfortunately, have the results for the small block class. The points rep, she is... It's so distracting to talk to yourself. I needed a laugh. they have a family wedding coming up this weekend, so she's busy with that, so we'll forgive her. She hasn't posted the results yet. Anyway, winning the Mod Turbo class in Boonesboro, Maryland on Saturday evening was Steve Beckley at his hometown track with the Up in Smoke John Deere at 311.50. Second place was Jason Malott driving Burns Irby's Z unit at 305.07. Third place went to Antrim Tantrum with 301.84. Fourth place was Scott Kiskaden on the Bleeding Blue at 292.07. Losing my place here. Fifth place was Tommy Williams on the Firestorm. Good to see him back out. 287.05. Sixth place was, again, Jason Malott on Burns Irby's OOZ at 285.27. Seventh place was Jason Forrester with the Papa Smurf at 279.24. Eighth place was Lauren Smith with the Moody Blue at 265.83. Ninth place went to Aaron Eberhardt driving the Gold Edition at 257.03. And unfortunately, in 10th place went to Eric Eberhardt with the Hammer Down, who I believe lost a turbocharger at 51.76 feet. Next, we'll go over to the Light Limited class. Taking first place was Ricky Tavner with his Case IH MXM 175 at 316.98. Second place went to Mark Smith with the Ford 9600 at 298.47. Third place went to Ben Flaherty Jr. with the Smokin' Red at 298.07. Fourth place went to Jason Michael with the Unleashed at 297.68. Fifth place went to Matt Smokey Smith with the Fast Forward at 291.97. Sixth place went to Bradley Seal with his New Holland T7 at 290.10. Seventh place went to Sue Johnson with the Iron Maiden at 289.88. Eighth place went to Shane Scott at 287.72. And rounding out the class at ninth place was Michael Thomas with Steel and Time at 235.97. So now we will jump. Holy cow. I'm getting there's a crazy rainstorm, I think, out. So if I start flitching, that's why.
No, we're supposed to have it right now. We're not actually getting anything, so.
It doesn't usually like come in on my window like that. That's why I was kind of like, what is that noise? Anyway, so jumping out to Canfield, Ohio, we will go over the top 10 of the following classes. The first was, don't tell Norm I said this, the main reason I wanted to go to Canfield Fair was the unlimited super stock class. Just kidding, he knows.
Oh boy.
Taking the win was the Gallet 2 tractor at 311.18.
Time out.
Galot, Gallet.
There you go, Galot.
Galot. I know what it stands for. That gets me some points. Second place went to the Silver Bullet at 310.23. Third went to the Armed and Dangerous International Threat at 309.80. Fourth place was considered Armed and Dangerous HD at 309.04. Fifth place went to the Gallet at 308.1.
Galot.
Whatever. Y'all know the orange and black ones. 308.19. Sixth place went to the Extremely Armed and Dangerous at 307.5. Seventh place went to the Taking Care of Business John Deere at 300.71. Eighth place went to the Fully Loaded John Deere, 298.04. Ninth place went to Lessons Learned at 297.99. And 10th place, unfortunately, went to Triple Bypass at 279.90. Something definitely let loose in the rear end of that tractor. So hopefully they can get that back together, considering they just had to put the new block in because they threw a rod, which I know all about, as everybody knows. So
I probably would have let
just
you slide
me.
on that tonight, but if you really want to go there.
Also, there was the Hot Rod Semis, which is also another great class. Taking the win in the big rigs was the Class Act Peterbilt at 299.17, followed very closely behind, 0.06 feet behind, was the Twisted Kitty at 299.11. Third place went to Cat Scratch Fever at 292.2. Fourth place went to Maximus Prime at 283.94.
Cat Nugent. Wrong Cat Scratch Fever.
Fifth place went to Mr. Nasty at 279.45. Sixth place went to Maximus Prime 2 at 279.02. Seventh place went to Moody Blue at 278.22. And finally, rounding out the class was an 85 Kenworth at 250.98. And then we will jump over to the light pro stocks and shout out to our East Coast Pro Pulling guys because they put on a great show. Taking the win was Jeff Michelacci's Demented at 334.62. Second place went to Hunter Beasley on the Farmer's Pride at 328.61. Third place went to the Case Incognito at 322.09. Fourth place went to Matt Smokey Smith on the Fast Forward New Holland at 321.99. Actually, that's a Ford. They have that wrong. I have to discuss that with them. Fifth place went to Adam Diaz on the Whiskey Business at 319.5. Sixth place went to, I believe it is Ron Beasley on the Farmall Fever, if I remember that right.
Yep.
At 315.91. Seventh place went to Two Relentless at 315.27. Eighth place went to the Canadian Miss John Deere at 308.37. Ninth place went to Bare Necessities at 306.93. And 10th place went to the Patience of Job Ford at 301.94. And now we will go into the Pro Stock Diesel trucks. Taking the win was Carl Butler at 311.43. Second place went to Andrew Grove's Bad Timing at 306.01. Third place went to Norman Newswanger with the Chapter 11 at 300.87. Fourth place went to the Scheid Diesel, Brady Ingram at 300.77. 5th place went to Crosswired at 292.15. 6th place went to Mayhem at 286.96. 7th place went to Carl Ankowitz with Living on the Edge at 285.18. 8th place went to Penn Farms at 282.44. And rounding out the class was Nathan Begg with the Jumping Jack Flash at 280.88. And now we will jump over to the Full Pool Productions track. First class was the Light Pro Super Farm, or the Limited Pro Super Farms. And I believe they had 23 tractors signed up in this class. So we will just go over the top 10, because if not, JR will say I just talk too much. So
I'm sorry.
See, you weren't even paying attention.
Nah, my phone's going 100 miles an hour.
Yep, I get it. First place, taking the win in the Limited Pro Super Farm Edition or class, was Don Hebenthal with the mechanically Hebenthal.
There you go.
Hebenthal at 331.99. Second place went to Larry Farringer with the Still Smoking John Deere 327.36. Third place went to Forrest Kemp with the Nightmare at 326.47. Fourth place went to Nathan Graham with the Blue Reaper at 323.23. Fifth place went to Justin Martin with his Case IH 7720 at 322.25. Sixth place went to Colt Andrews with the High Gear at 321.34. Andreas. I'm sorry, I don't know these
That's
people
okay.
as well.
You got to get out and about, Lady Butterfly.
I do. Everybody that saw me was like, what are you doing here? Like I wasn't supposed to be there. It's kind of rude. My feelings were a little hurt. Seventh place went to Devin Riggin with the Bandit at 312.91. Eighth place, following very close behind at 312.76, was Greg Farringer with the Smokin' John. Ninth place went to Todd Wright with the Twisted Metal at 311.82. And rounding out the top 10 was John Lorenz with Chance at 309.80. And then finally, the last bit that you'll hear me chat for a little bit was the Run What You Brung truck class. Right. I know, it'll just be a quick break. The Run What You Brung class, there was 16 trucks total, and the last two trucks, the raindrops were just starting to sprinkle, so we got done just in time. Taking the win was Aiden Hodges with the On Borrowed Time at 307.78. And if I remember, or if I heard correctly, I think he just turned 17 years old, and that was his first time driving. So congratulations, Aiden. That's awesome.
Aiden Hodges?
Yeah, I think.
He's
or maybe.
before.
Oh.
I've seen his name in the result. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I thought they said maybe it was just his birthday. I don't know. They were all talking about him, so it was late. I was hungry. Forgive me.
Oh my Lord! Give that woman a Snickers. Pickle.
What was he thinking? Yeah. Second place went to Justin Garwood with Goat on a Rope at 305.41. Third place went to Johnny Waskob with the Rolling Coal at 302.53. Fourth place was Jerry Berghoff with the Attitude Adjuster at 299.93. Fifth place was the Attitude Adjuster Second, driven by Brad Bergdorf at 298.77. Sixth place went to Calvin Miller with the Runnin' in the Red at 297.58. Seventh place went to Doug Martin with the Huffman's Auto at 296.5. Eighth place went to Kelly Gilton. We'll just say Gil. Huh? I can't hear him. The Bullheaded at 291.
I have my mic muted. Kelly Gilpin.
There you go. I was like, I can't hear him. Ninth place went to Crystal Zedrick with the Thunderbolt at 289.9. And rounding out the top 10 was Mike Hearn with the Bad Attitude at 288.95. So overall, a wonderful show. I cannot wait to go back. Ooh. Now the thunder and lightning started. So just a warning, if I disappear, it's not because I was angry or anything. But yeah, anyway, can't wait to go back to Canfield. It was a crazy big show. I think they said something like 100,000 people come through their gates on any given Saturday afternoon, which is bigger than any fair I've ever been to. So can't wait to go back. But sounds like Snyder County had a great night. I almost beat JR home from from oh, you were in Snyder County. So we both had late nights, but they were definitely good pulling nights.
Yeah.
It's your turn, bud.
Yes. Yeah, I apologize. I'm
Yep.
anyway,
Phone's going
yes,
nuts. I get it.
I'm actually going to start with the Leonardtown event.
That's right.
See, which was a on Saturday night. They had the East Coast Pro Pulling 466 Hot Farm tractors at the event for points, and Mike Moreland took the win with the Digging Deep International at 315.99. Second was Nick Morrison with Toxic, 314.90. Pretty close distances here. Until third, Ray Norris with Pack and Heat at 305.90. Fourth was Doug Heyman with Bulls Binder at 305 and 35. Fifth was Dave Daugherty's Buzzard Bait Oliver at 300.29. Sixth, Alan Lynch. Of course, we'll say Alan Lynch. Betting on Green, the John Deere 4430 at 299 and 55. Seventh was Ray Norris with Well Armed at 293.70. Eighth, Paul Richardson with his Venomous Alice Chalmers at 291 and 92. And ninth was Stephen Hall with the Holland Harvester at 273.62. And I make mention of Alan Lynch. Originally, that tractor was the Green Phantom of Lewis McDonald, which was purchased by Robert Martin and ran a few years as a super stock, then a pro stock by Josh. So how about that? So Alan Lynch carrying on the tradition. So anyway, of course, it was also owned by the Sadoffs. Also, 6,400 pro stock 4x4 trucks from the Dragon Motorsports series was also there. Taking the win was Bill Good with Virginia Lightning at 314 and 28. Second was Dwayne Griffith with the Running Rampant at 306.76. Third, Kathy Jewell with Tenacious at 306.54. Fourth was Tommy Henley with the All Mixed Up at 306 and 25. Fifth was Brad Broy with the Cash Only Chevy. It seems weird saying Chevy for him instead of Ford. At 304.72. Sixth was Eric Rittenauer with one of my favorite trucks from down south there, the Crazed Obsession Ford at 303.90. And number 7 was Scotty Harlow with the Untamed Horses at 296 and 13. And they also pulled Sunday. The 466 Hot Farmers there, albeit not for points, but they were pulling for fun and money. So taking the win, Doug Heyman with Bulls Binder at 315 and 12. Second was the Pack and Heat John Deere Ray Norris at 309.60. Third, Dave Daugherty with Buzzard Bait at 301.35. Fourth was Mike Moreland with the Digging Deep at 301 and 10. Fifth was Paul Richardson's Venomous Alice Chalmers, 296 and 06. Sixth, Jeff Kane with the High Cotton International at 294 and 54. Seventh was Ray Norris with Well Armed at 292 and 75. Eighth was Randy DeVoen driving Steve Hall's Holland Harvester at 270 and 69. I got a funny story about that. And ninth was Ike Riggs with his white at 259.34. They said he was poured into the cage because it's a small cage and Randy's like 10 foot tall, you know.
Yeah. Randy's not a small guy.
Said it was rather comical. So
I heard something about 10 pounds of you know what in a 5 pound sack. But
yes.
That's just the hearsay.
Moving on. On Sunday, also for Dragon Motorsports, the 7,800-pound light pro stock tractors. Taking the win was Ted Ingram on the Acme Rocket. That would be a Ford at 313 and 51. Second was Bradley Seal at 305.89. Third, Rich Copsey with the Moonshiner at 303.95. Fourth was Michael Thomas with Stealing Time at 300.63. Fifth was your buddy, Clayton Sweeney, with
Oh, don't
Barnstormer
be putting that on me.
at 299.82. And sixth was Perrin Bean, all about that Alice. Real slick looking D21 at 292 and 70. And also the 6,400 Pro Stock 4x4 trucks taking the win. Again, Bill Good with the Virginia Lightning at 292.77. Second was Kathy Jules Tenacious at 291.02. Third, Brad Broyes, cash only at 288.54. Fourth, Eric Rittenauer with the Crazed Obsession at 286.96. Fifth, Bobby Harlow's Untamed Horses, 281.59. Sixth was Tommy Henley's All Mixed Up at 281.32. And seventh was Dwayne Griffith Running Rampant at 280.82. And I know they ran some other classes there. They had the Mega 4x4 trucks, and I think they had some dump trucks on hand, some semis too. So I don't have any results for them. But then some of us went to Sealands Grove, and boy, oh boy, over 100 hooks. I want to tell you what, they just when you think, they're only doing good because the COVID year and everything, let me tell you what, Snyder County is alive and well, and they are still drawing the pullers. So I'm going to read top 10. I'll do top 10 in all these classes. Otherwise, we're going to be here to 9:30. I have something coming up a little after 9 o'clock here tonight, and I'm going to get out of here. So 8,000-pound 3.0 limited pro diesel trucks started tonight. And, okay, I got to make sure I get this right. Dominic Gambino with the Brothers Diesel Dodge took the win at 324 and 26. Second was Leroy Walker with Dreams Happen at 320 and 27. Third was Matt Horst with the Pushing the Limit Dodge at 314 and 53. I love having a search. Fourth was Jared Brown with the Bad Karma Dodge at 314 and 48. Fifth was Charlie Records, Ain't Cheating Yet. I love that name. Ain't Cheating Yet.
So what happens when he changes the name of his truck?
Might raise a couple eyebrows, huh? Finally cheating. No. 314.15 for fifth. Sixth place was Kervin Zimmerman with the Midnight Train Dodge at 308.56. Seventh was Justin Gordon with the Out-of-Line Ford Cummins horsepower, 307.10. Eighth was Jason Heinbach, again a Ford with a Cummins, 306 and 72. Ninth was John Smith at 304 and 70. And rounding out the top 10, Kyle Spickerman with the old Jenny Dodge. Pretty cool ride. 300.66. And there was 14 trucks in that class. One down. 10.5 hot stock. 12 tractors in the class. We may do all 12. We'll see. Let's see. Geez. I did it again. I did it again, folks.
You can't even blame it on Tanner this time.
I didn't blame it on Tanner. I'll be back on that one. So I apologize. I will say, I could probably run through it real quick. Let me see. I'll try it. My apologies. We'll be back.
You want me to look it up?
We'll circle back to that.
We'll circle back.
Ooh, let's not get political now. Okay, anyway, we'll be back for the hot stock. My bad. 8,000-pound 2.6 smoothbore diesel 4-wheel drive trucks taking the win. Scott Kinnaman with Devil's Hooker at 351 and 40. Big run there. And second place was Carson Stauffer with his Ford at 346.46, and that is 100% Ford for horsepower. Third was Luis Labata. That's a Cummins powered Ford at 343.82. Fourth was Justin Horst with the Just Scrap It GMC at 341.61. Fifth, Brendan Fink with his Dodge at 337.85. Sixth was Colin Zeckman at 335.31. Seventh was Kyler Zeckman. I'm sure they're related. 329.53. Eighth was Jesse Young with his Ford at 327.60. Ninth was Stephen McGowan at 324.64. And 10th was Luke Salter with his Mighty Max GMC at 321.77. And that was a class of 16 trucks. Big class. 10,000 pound open. This is a super stock, pro stock, etc. style tractor, no modified tractors. And taking the win was Chris Hoyt with the nutcase at 376.74. Second was Corey Hoyt with stress case at 353.75. Wow. Third was Rick Hauk with a little stinker at 267.88. Fourth was Matt Sudall with the 4755 Express, a hot stock tractor, at 259.18. And fifth was DJ Boop with the High on the Hog at 250.02. Then we went into 6,300 pound Pro Street Gas 4x4. And taking the win was Paul France. And I'm going to go ahead and say it, Jackass, because Jackass pulling team on his truck. I'm not calling him a jackass.
It's the donkey.
It's the donkey truck.
Yeah, it's a donkey truck.
There you go. The donkey truck.
We'll be PG.
Yeah. Anyway, F Ford took the win at 294.45. Second was Mike Mitchell with the Bad to the Bone Ford, 293.09. Good night for Fords. Third was Robert Markey Jr. with the Devastation Chevrolet at 287.26. Fourth, Jeremiah Fake with his Chevy at 287.12. Fifth was Bill Musselman Jr. with his Ford at 284.62. Sixth was Fred Meixel with the Rat Poison Ford at 283.92. Imagine that, calling it Rat Poison and it's a Ford. So. Seventh place, Jason Garris with his Chevy at 275.78. 275.78, yes. Eighth place, Dalton Grumbine with the Recreational Tillage Chevrolet. That's going to cost some money if he ever decides to lever that truck.
Mm-hmm.
So, Recreational Tillage, 270.09. Ninth was Kim Freed with the Frogtown Favorite Dodge at 266.71. And 10th, Blake May, having some trouble with the migraine headache, it's called. It's spelled MY-grain headache.
Okay.
Unfortunately, 12 feet, 0.18. So he had some issues. 12,000 pound enhanced farm, big class, 16. I'll be back on that one. Hey, come on, man. Okay, if you got some talking you would like to do real quick,
I actually pulled up the hot stock results so I can go through them as you
bail me out, yeah. I'll take care of the other ones. You do that.
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. So it looks like there was. Sorry, I'm scrolling here. Sorry, I'm reading.
So you don't need help?
No, I was reading Dennis Hegenstaller's notes there at the bottom of the results. 12 of them.
That could be a problem.
I know.
Be careful what you read.
I was proofreading there for a second. 12 tractors in the hot stock class on Saturday night at Snyder County. We'll just go ahead and go through them all. Taking the win was DJ Boop on the Black Stripe Addiction at 337 feet, 0.19. Second place went to Jeremy DeLuca on the Sunset Smoker at 336.58. Looks like he actually went 32.2 miles an hour. He was moving.
Can you talk any faster?
Is that a challenge?
No. It's a challenge for you to slow down.
Third place went to Brad Kramer on the John Deere Fence Row Deer. Oh boy, what am I doing? 331 feet, 0.65. Fourth place went to Josh Beechel with the Hustlin' Harvester at 329.25. Fifth place went to Jeff Breininger with Red Law at 325.44. Sorry about that. Sixth place went to Johnny Foreman on It's Always Something at 325.06. Seventh place went to Ray Belak with the Rage in Red at 318.95. 8th place went to Matt Siddall on the 4755 Express at 317.07. 9th place went to Matt Hauk with Old Red at 295.58. 10th place went to Justin Hillegrass on his John Deere 6030 at 281.24. 10th place went to Greg Browse with the Z Mistress at 244.18. And looks like rounding out the class with a disqualification was Mike Ritchie with the Next Thing Smoking. And thanks to Dennis Heckenstaller, we know that he was disqualified for oil, fuel, and weights on the track. So not sure what happened there, but unfortunately, he was disqualified. Sounds like some pretty major breakage.
I'm not sure where you're seeing the results here. I got stuff from him. It doesn't have the results. So give me one second.
I went to the Snyder County website.
That's where I'm going right now. So you just bear with me. Actually, do you have that in front of you?
Yep, the enhanced farm. We'll just bring that right on. Holy cow, that was a big class.
Yeah.
All right. Taking the win was Joe Mundrick with the Fat Boys toy at 328.45. Second place went to Mike Quarter with the Other Deer at 323.32. Third place went to Ty Brenninger with his IH 1466 at 321.35. Fourth place went to DJ Boop with the Barnyard Kid at 316.55. Man, that DJ Boop was a busy guy that night, wasn't he?
He was.
He had a tractor in 3 different classes. Fifth place went to Caitlin Hauk with the, I'm assuming, the Little Stinker 2 at 314.48. Sixth place went to Rick Shirey with the Plow Jockey at 306.21. Seventh place went to Ethan Pecht with his John Deere 4430 at 302.73. Eighth place went to Brandon Ewing. Good to see him back out. With the Case 1070 he calls Rough Case at 290.60. Ninth place went to Dan Mundrick with Stripes at 282.46. 10th place went to Chris Gardner with a Massey Ferguson 1155 that he calls the Mad Farmer at 262.66. 11th place went to Matt Siddall with his John Deere 6030 at 254.20. And 12th place went to Casey Stevens with the Ford 8000 at 64.84. Wow, looks like they had 4 tractors that were unfortunately disqualified because of going over the RPM limit. That's a shame. I don't think I've seen that at any of the Snyder County events.
They have a new box, and it's doing its job, I guess. So, I did.
Them guys got to be on their toes trying to push the limits to get their points.
I did find the Wild Street results, so.
Well, there you go. See, I don't have to always bail you out. You can find sometimes.
Smart feller every once in a while. 8,500-pound Wild Street rounded out the night, and this was a class of no less than, I believe, 24 or 25 trucks.
Wow.
So you will get the top 10. Lindahl Steiner with his Dodge took the win at 291.49. Second was Chad Lutz with his Chevy at 291.35. Third was Ross Harder with a truck he calls Smoke, a Chevy, 287.68. Fourth was Marlon Zimmerman with his Dodge at 285.61. Fifth was Luke Henford with the clapped out daily Dodge at 285.52. Sixth was Cormac Hostetler with his GMC at 278.98. Seventh was the straight lace Chevy of Seth Almer at 277.01. Eighth, Dawson Hostetler with his GMC at 276.54. Ninth was Ivan Stoltzfus with his Ford called Working on My Tan at 275.69, and that is the tan Ford 4-door dually truck. Slick, and I'll tell you what, that thing really runs good now. Very impressed. 10th was Sheldon Cutts with his Dodge at 272 and 82. I'll keep going here a little bit. 11th was Stephen Rolfe with the Scrappy Doo Dodge at 272.68. 12th, Ramsey Hawk with his Ford at 269.53. 13th was Dakota Fry at 268.73. 14th, Kayla Zeckman with her Dodge at 268.54. 15th was Secondhand Smoke of Ernie Harder at 263.32. I'm pushing on. 16th was Sean Mahoney with his Chevy at 260.92. 17th was the Silver Slab of Kyle Gill at 255.85. And they're starting to argue who was on here first in chat. It looks like 2057 said, Lynn Clark, I was on here 4 hours early. Wow. Thank you for either way.
Thank you for your dedication.
Absolutely. 18th was Garrett Siebold with his Ford at 252.51. 19th was Dylan Rupp with his Ford at 249.03. 20th was Tyler Buchenauer and his Ford at 247.38. 21, Marlon Shirk with his Dodge at 243.10. 22nd was the high dollar Hooker Ford of Kyle Wickard at 241.36. 23rd was the Working Man Blues of Jake Wagner with 11.90. And I'm not sure about the last truck called God's Money. Kyle Sassaman is scored a 0. And I do believe there was one broke at the line, so that would be him. So 24 trucks. There was 24 trucks in that class. So
that's crazy.
What a turnout!
It's
what a
awesome.
turnout.
But that's
Yeah,
and I
absolutely.
thoroughly enjoyed all those truck names. So
Yeah, the working on my tan is hilarious because of the color of the truck. That's perfect.
I love the punny names. Love the puns.
Yeah, and what a class! That class draws a lot of numbers.
Yeah.
So. But anyway, we got a few minutes left to go here, so. You want to tell us what's upcoming on your end of the spectrum there, Kendra?
Yes. I was looking over our interstate schedule here, and we are unfortunately at that time where we are down to one little page. So sad. Only 7 more events. Yep.
We're down to 6.
We're down to 7 events. So I will go over in detail the next 2 and then plug the rest. So this Saturday on September 11th, yours truly will be spending all day at the Need More Volunteer Firegrounds.
Oh boy. I've been there.
It is. It's, like I said, it's a great facility. It is in the middle of nowhere. It's a beautiful facility though. Going to be, I do not have the address, but I'm sure if you Google Need More Tractor Pull, you'll be there. It's like on, it's Foster Street or something like that. I know that.
Wait a minute. Where that place is located is not a street, okay?
It's a driveway.
It's gravel. That's all I'm going to say.
Yep. Go down the gravel road till you see the cemetery and head right. There's your directions.
Nice place though.
Very nice place, very nice people. Looking forward to being there this Saturday. The farm stock classes that they're going to be running is a 9,500 as well as a 12,500 pound farm stock class. Those 2 classes will begin at 5 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, we will go into the interstate / big show, we'll call it. The 7,700 light limited turbos, the 6,200 modified 4-wheel drive trucks, the 6,000 classic modifieds, as well as the 4,500 small block trucks will all be running for points. And then the Need More firefighters have asked to put in a 7,000 Run What You Brung class. They will be paying the top 4 vehicles. They want to make sure everybody knows that there will be a payout for that. Like I said, farm stock start at 5 o'clock with the interstate show right afterwards. $12 to get in. They are doing a September 11th tribute, so there will be stuff going on all day long. Definitely suggest you get out there, check out the Need More Volunteer Fire Company's Facebook page, check out all the details. And then come see us for the tractor pull. And then the following Saturday, on September 18th, we're going to be heading across the Bay Bridge there to Easton, Maryland, at the Tuckahoe Steam and Gas Grounds. $10 to get in, under 6 are free. I'm going to have 3 interstate classes there, the 7700 light limited turbos, the 7800 modifieds, as well as the 8500 mod turbos, as well as some local gas and diesel trucks. Rumor has it there are going to be some light protractors there, running for a separate purse. Always a good time down there. Jamie Hall and his crew put on an excellent show, great venue. And in the words of Cole Forrester, the best hoagies on the East Coast. So, great milkshake stand there. Always a good time. And then just real quick, that next Tuesday, we will be at Beaver Springs, Pennsylvania with the mini rods, the small blocks and the big block classes. That Thursday, we will be in Gratz, Pennsylvania at their fair. Then Friday, the 24th. So we have 3 events coming up in 1 week out of the 7. September 24th, we'll be in Beaver Springs again with the modifieds, the light limited turbos, the small block trucks, mod turbos, and pro farms will all be there. Big show. Saturday, we'll be back in Beaver Springs again. The 2-wheel drive trucks will be there, as well as some Snyder County classes. And we will end our season in Harrisonburg, Virginia on October the 2nd. More to come on that event. Then I'm done.
Wow. Then what do? We start lining up people to come on and tell their stories.
Exactly.
Okay. So this
hopefully
weekend,
just none about me.
Anyway, we're busy this weekend. East Coast Pro Pulling will be at 2 different events. Friday night, we will be at the Kempton Community Center in Kempton, Pennsylvania with the modified 2-wheel drive trucks, the Pro Stock Diesel 4-wheel drive trucks, East Coast Diesel 4-wheel drive, the East Coast Diesel Pro Stock Diesel 4x4 trucks, and light protractors. Friday night at 7 p.m., Kempton, Pennsylvania. Also, Saturday night, Kempton, Pennsylvania, 7 p.m., we'll have the Super Stock Pro Stock tractors, the East Coast Diesel Pro Stock Diesel 4-wheel drive trucks, and the light protractors, also at 7 p.m. And also, if you're in Maryland, south of Baltimore on the Eastern Shore, wherever, 6 p.m., Greensboro Fire Department grounds in Greensboro, Maryland, which would be the Greensboro Carnival grounds. The 7,500 modified tractors, 6,200-pound modified 4-wheel drive trucks, the 10,500 hot farm tractors, and the limited pro stock semis. 4 big classes there. 6 p.m. next Saturday, or this Saturday, I'm sorry, at Greensboro. Next Saturday night now, I got some big news, and Buck Motorsports Park will have their annual Buck Pull-Off beginning at 7 p.m., and that'll be the Super Stock, Pro Stock tractors, modified 4-wheel drive trucks, modified 2-wheel drive trucks, and the 7,500-pound modified tractors. The winner in each of those 4 classes will receive $1,000 payout for winning their class. This is something Mike started 2018, 2019. Obviously, last year he was closed for the season, and he's going to continue that again this year. $1,000 to the winner of each of those.
Bring it all classes. And hope you brought enough.
Bring it. And then the following Monday, September 20th at 6:30 p.m., we'll be at the Great Frederick Fair in Frederick, Maryland with the 7,500-pound modified tractor, 6,200-pound modified 2-wheel drive trucks, the Super Stock Pro Stock tractors, and the limited Pro Stock semis. And then October 2nd, we'll just mention at 6 p.m., we'll start getting the word out now. Lincoln Speedway, that will be our final hook for the 2021 season for East Coast Pro Pulling. And that's in Abbottstown, Pennsylvania at Lincoln Speedway. The modified 4-wheel drive trucks, the Super Stock Pro Stock tractors will be their first time, I believe. Hot farm tractors and the limited Pro Stock semis. So we'll talk more about that pool as we get closer to those dates. And so season's winding down. That's our final 5 events. And there are rain events. I'm sorry. The Buck Pull Off will have a rain date, or will they? They usually do, and I don't. That's not on here, so I don't see it. I know Frederick Fair has October 10th at 12 noon as a rain date. But I'm pretty sure the Buck has a rain date too. I have to dig into that for next week. Also, the Champions Pull
September 25th.
could be probably the Saturday right after
Yeah,
that.
September 25th at 7:00 is the rain date.
September 11th, this Saturday, will be the Champions Pulling for Children at the Pine Lake Raceway. That's at 3796 Maple Road in Jefferson, Ohio. And any information, please call 440-478-5343. And this thing printed out so dang small. And it's September 11th at 4 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. It's a fundraiser. All proceeds to benefit Shriners Hospitals for Children. So this is a pretty important event. And I know it's not the first time they've had it. It's been a pretty successful event. General admission is $20. Gates open at 12 p.m. Kids 10 and under are free. This, again, is for the Shriners Children's Hospital. And, session 1 at 4. I apologize. It printed so small. I can't see it.
He needs a magnifying glass, folks. Don't buy. Told ya.
Stop laughing at me. You'll get old too one day.
Never.
Yeah, I still can't really make it out. Looks like Pro Stock Trucks, it says. Hot Street Semis, Posse Semis from Full Pool Productions. And Open Street Diesel Trucks will be at 4 p.m. And then at 7:30 p.m. will be the Limited Pro Stock Diesel Trucks. The Super Stock 4x4 trucks. Limited Pro Super Farm Tractors, Pro Modified Trucks, and the Hot Rod Semis and Big Rigs Shootout. That will be at 7:30 p.m. So it's a good deal. Champions Pulling for Children. So check it out. September 11th, Jefferson, Ohio. And let's see. This Saturday night at Buck Motorsports Park is the Diesel Pickup Power Fest Series Fall Jamboree. Okay, this is the Diesel Pickup Power Fest Jamboree Finals. And this is street legal, sled pulling, and side-by-side drag racing, outlaw street, modified street, pro modified sled pulling, and the best appearing show contest for Ford, GM, and Dodge trucks. Again, sponsored by longtime sponsorship from Providence Autos, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks, and that is the Diesel Pickup Power Fest Jamboree Finals this Saturday night at 7 p.m. Buck Motorsports Park. So if you like diesel trucks, this is your event. So check it out. Okay, I think we got it all for now.
For now.
For now. Dragon Motorsports has their Southern Showdown coming at the end of September. I believe last Friday and Saturday in September. So don't know the exact dates, but we'll have more information on that coming soon.
I think it's probably the 24th and 25th.
So 24th and 25th is correct. Yes, I won't go there.
He's not prepared, folks.
No, well, I was prepared, but
there you go, 24th and 25th.
Yes, 24th and 25th. Facebook user.
It's a good thing we have all these people out there to keep us straight.
I'm glad we have these people.
Yes.
Makes me very happy. But yeah, the season's winding down and soon to be crowned.
Then we can start going indoor pulling again.
Can we get through the season first,
I
please?
can go indoor pulling.
Oh, I don't mind.
And Florida and all that kind of fun stuff.
Well, I don't know about Florida for me, but
Florida is a great time. Everybody should start marking their calendars now.
What would you do without me?
I think it's Ty. I haven't looked on the Facebook to see.
I don't know who it is. We can't tell. By the way, if you comment on Facebook and it comes over here, we don't know who it is. It doesn't tell us. It just says Facebook user. We ain't stupid. We just can't see your name.
I think it has something to do with privacy settings and all that kind of legal mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, well.
Yep,
Gotta
it's
lie.
Ty. See, I'm right.
Tyrus.
Tyrus.
Yes. Any scheduled? Oh, now that you brought that up, Lumberton, North Carolina, is scheduled for the 10th and 11th. This Friday and Saturday has been canceled. The Lumberton, North Carolina pool for the 10th and 11th has been canceled. I just got that information today online, and so that's another one in North Carolina that was canceled. Lord help the state fair. So doesn't sound too good. It's still on the state fair pool, but Raleigh.
Mm-hmm.
But everything else has been getting canned.
Oh
so
man, that's unfortunate.
Yep. Sorry about that, Brent.
Somebody had sent me a message asking if our tractors were going to be in North Carolina, but it's at Lumberton pool that you just said is canceled. So
it's canceled.
Thought I was going to be on it and have something to give Brent Holt there, but
yep, it was sent to me, and also I saw that it was canceled on Facebook. Not that Facebook is the grand last word of everything, but
oh, everything on Facebook is true, don't you know?
I beg to differ. But
it's on Facebook. It's official.
Facebook official.
I do think that Lumberton pool was NTPA. Let me go back here and look at the flyer.
Pretty sure, yeah. It should have the great big word "canceled" across the flyer. So if it's on
it was sent to me a couple days ago.
Oh.
Yes, it was going to be NTPA.
Yes, says it's canceled. So that's the word I got through a message and also the flyer. So if that's not true, then I'm going to burn somebody. That's what I received. So
then everybody's sending nasty, nasty rumors, but
that happens. Believe me, that happens. Double check.
Yeah,
that's at this point what I received and stuff. Yes, Carolina Poolers. Yes, canceled.
There you go.
Unfortunately, whoops. We'll leave that over there for now. But what a day! What an evening! I wish it was a happier day, but it's not. Again, keep your thoughts and prayers with Adam. Adam starts his big, obviously scary transfusion. Starts tomorrow. He has I talked to him this evening right before we come on the air here, and he has a fantastic attitude. He's really, really geared, pumped up for it. Very saddened for Robert Martin, but he said that just makes me stronger and makes me want to beat it even more. So, gotta love his positive attitude. That's
best
awesome.
Attitude to have. Yep.
You bet. You bet. I got feedback again. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's driving me crazy.
Nope, can't hear it at all.
Okay. But keep them both in your prayers. Keep the Martin family in your prayers. That just sucks. Sucks.
Cancer sucks.
Yes,
Speaking of Adam Drought,
yes,
there's Missy.
We love
I'm
you,
assuming
brother.
It's Missy or Adam or one of them.
Adam has a soft spot every now and then. So
very few and far between.
Adam's a good guy. Believe me.
Yeah. We love you guys too.
You bet. And we're wishing for the best. So, well, we're at 59:33 by the time I'm done babbling and stumbling over myself here.
It's Mitty.
Oh, it's Mitty. Hi, Mitty.
Mitty. Hi, Mitty.
See, I'll tell you something. Tell you the kind of people they are. 2016, I fell over a jersey wall at Keystone Nationals. I was taking care of an angry ticket customer. I understand. And I stopped after I got them taken care of, got them seated. Come back and I stopped and I talked to Frank.
Scott.
Yeah, of Rolling Coal Photos.
Yeah.
And I took a step over the wall, just a simple step. I wasn't trying to leap or run like Superman or anything. And I hit the one clump of dirt in the whole place against the wall. And I hit that with my right foot. It was my second foot going over the wall. My arm was still up on the jersey wall. And down I went with Marm still up in New Jersey. Well, it was a loud pop.
Mm.
And I'm like, I went numb for a second. I'm like, okay, I'm good to go. And I went over. I looked at Frank. Frank was like cringing because he heard it, you know. I went over and put the camera and tried to hold the cat. Couldn't hold the still camera up. Missy stepped in and shot photos for me the rest of the weekend while I had an ice pack on my shoulder for the next 3 days. Oh, what a miserable weekend. But I really appreciate that's the kind of people they are, though. It's pulled me out of retirement. Yep. She did a wonderful job for me. Really appreciate it. And I will never forget that. I really appreciate it. So, absolutely. Okay. I've got something to do here. It's going to be starting here very soon if it hasn't already. I've been keeping an eye out. It has started. So, like, subscribe, share, hit that thumbs up button for us. And please, again, keep Adam Drought, Missy Drought in your thoughts and prayers. Big road ahead of him starting tomorrow. And the Martin family has to do the unimaginable. So, God bless. Hearts are with you guys, and we'll be praying for both of you. And we'll see you back here next Wednesday at 8 p.m. And I've been getting messages about a video show. I promise there's one coming. It's very busy here right now. I just got a lot of stuff going on. And but it's coming. We'll have a video show. If nothing else, we'll get through the season. Maybe we'll have a couple before we go getting into guests. So, okay. With that said, Kendra. A lady of many words.
I was going to say, well, I'm watching all the lightning outside.
Oh, well. We haven't gotten nothing here yet. So,
yep.
Okay. We'll see you next Wednesday at 8. And we appreciate you coming in here. And, of course, I'm not ready yet. I am now. See ya.